Hi, Gemini. I hope you're having a good day. So this is going to be a reading looking at um, your general energy. So it could be for any part of your life. Could be love, could be work, could be family. It could just be like an internal thing you have going on. So yeah, we're going to look at the situation. We're going to look at the challenges, the opportunities, and then look at next steps and what you can expect. So this could be for your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. You could even cross watch with these, baby. And think that's it. Always have so many announcements. Oh yeah, I'm doing personal readings. Never really stopped, but some people were asking me if I still do them, and I do. So you can find out about that in the description box below. If you're wondering where I've been, going through some epic transformations in my journey, and in a really, really good place now. So I'm hoping the same for you. It was a bad shuffle. Okay, so we have the bottom of the deck is a Knight of Rods. And what I'm already getting from this is that you just really don't know what direction to go in. And it's not even like it's some kind of standstill. I just feel like you're kind of in between an ending and a new beginning. You're kind of in this weird purgatory. Um, yeah, I think you've been through a lot. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sagittarius. What on earth? Woo! You've just been swinging from like one super intense emotion to another, and you're stressed out. You're exhausted from it. You've got the Nine of Swords hanging out here at the bottom of the deck. You have three tens in a row. First one that came out was the Ten of Rods, which is, I feel like, a heavy burden, taking on way too much. And then you have the Ten of Cups, which means that you've been oscillating between feeling like you found the thing that will make you happy and satisfy you and make you feel like it's worth, pursuing. But it's I feel like there's a direct parallel between this Ten of Cups, this Ten of Rods, meaning that what looks like happiness on the surface is really pain. It's really pain masquerading as, happiness or love or fulfillment in some way or excitement. And oh my gosh, you just must be exhausted from this runaround. Like, no wonder first card out is the World in reverse, because you wouldn't be going through these wild, intense swings of states of being. This isn't even just emotions. This is just like you're all over the place in terms of how you're living your life. Like literally maybe from 1 hour to the next or one day to the next. So with this World in reverse, I feel like the only reason why this keeps happening is because you haven't learned a major lesson here. You're not going to be able to let go of this really intense up and down cycle until you find peace within yourself. And this Temperance card, I feel like, is this truth that's available to you within. It's your center. You're meant to be balanced. You're meant to be this kind of like calm oasis. Like you're able to find that in yourself, and you may be seeking it in other people. You may be trying to like adventure and like look for that outside of yourself, but every time you try to do that, you get thwarted. You get sort of knocked off track because that's not what you're meant to be doing. Otherwise, you wouldn't be having these wild swings. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this where they all come out together like that. Well, they didn't even come out. They're just hanging out there at the bottom of the deck. Everybody's bottom of the deck right now has been so crazy because I think we have the Scorpio full moon. I'm filming this in the beginning of May 2020, and oh my gosh, it's just like there's been so much buried subconscious stuff, like not being able to see all this stuff that's right there, and this full moon is illuminating all of it and making everybody work on it. So this does not surprise me at all, but it's just very interesting to see. It's so intense like that. So this is your card, like this is the Sagittarius card. So I feel like you have every ability to stay in this place, to find your peace, to find your center, but you're doing things to knock yourself off course on purpose, because it's just what you're used to. It's just what you know. You don't realize that there's a totally new way of doing it. There's something else totally available to you. I don't even want to say that you don't know it's available. I think you do know it's available. I think that you're worried about what you could give up, what you would have to give up if you actually embraced a new beginning here. So you have the World and the Fool. These two cards are next to each other in the tarot, like they are, the beginning of an old cycle and the beginning of a new, and they're both in reverse because you can't fully embrace the future until you let go of the past. So let's look at this. Let's look at the opportunities. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the challenges first, then the opportunities. Challenges, please. Gosh, that's a lot of cards. We're just going to have to get into it. Okay. So we have the Three of Pentacles. And I think the challenge here is that you're realizing that you work best with others, like you work best with their energy, or it's almost like you need that mirroring dynamic in order to see yourself. I think there's also an element here of just like not believing that you can do something on your own or that you're worthy of figuring out something on your own. It's like, I think you're just doing the safe thing by working with others, or this could be about a job. This could be about you working a job that's not meant for you, that's really draining you. You have the Nine of Pentacles here. I feel like the difficulty is that you really want to be on your own. You want to be independent. I think you want to spend a lot of time alone, but you've never given yourself this chance. You've always thrown yourself into situations where you're going to be dealing with other people. And what's happened is you've gotten your heart broken over and over and over again. You've had the door slammed in your face. You've had this no like shouted at you multiple times. And you've tried to persevere, like you've tried to push past all of this and still keep going, but it's just, you've reached a breaking point and you can't do that anymore. You have a lot of unprocessed grief and loss that you need to face head on, and you cannot bury it in work. You can't do it, and you can't distract yourself with other people and their stuff to avoid doing your work on yourself. So this Nine of Pentacles, I feel like, is where you really want to be. And I think also this might be where you think you are. Like you might think that you're more independent and have more figured out than you actually do. I think this is you not necessarily lying to yourself, but I don't think that you're really giving yourself the time and space to really acknowledge this fully, like where you're really at. So with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, this cycle is just going to keep repeating itself. And wow, I'm getting this like almost like it's accelerating. Like you've been going through the same cycles over and over and over again, but because maybe the cycles were taking so long to like complete or to loop back around, you weren't really seeing the lesson. So I think the universe like sped everything up for you and made you go through it like faster. And it's like you're accelerating. And I feel like the wheel is stopping, like that you're not going to be able to keep going through that cycle anymore. Like you're reaching a breaking point. And the reason why they were trying to accelerate it, or why it had to keep going faster or get more intense, was because the lesson had to be obvious enough to you to do it. I think what you're realizing and what the universe is realizing is that there was no lack of self-awareness here. Like you've always been aware of this. What needed to change. I think it was just a lack of willingness. There was a comfort with the chaos of the past and the pain because it was familiar. It's what you knew. And with this Justice card, I feel like it is coming to an end. You're not going to be able to go on that path any longer. The Justice card comes after the Wheel of Fortune in the deck. So even though you may not feel like it's over, you may not feel like you're ready to let it go, it's letting you go. It's done. This Justice card is a hard no. It's a hard no. That's what it's saying. And this is an opportunity for you to really get free. You have the Eight of Swords, and I'm not even at the opportunities place yet. This is the difficulty that you've had. Actually, this may be the opportunities. I don't know, but because a lot of cards came out, maybe that's what it was supposed to be. I don't know, but I'll talk about like the difficulty, because really it is. It's like the difficulty is that you have felt that you've been trapped when you haven't. Like you've always had the ability to free yourself. You've always had the ability to see the truth for what it is. And now the blindfold is coming off. I really truly believe that. I don't think you want to hear this hard no. And when it does happen, it's going to hurt, but it's going to feel so right that all you can do is surrender to it. And with this 10 of Pentacles, I feel like you feel stuck, like you have certain material responsibilities that still need to be wrapped up and taken care of. And I think that you may feel like other people are depending on you, or other people need you to help them. And the truth is that what they really need from you is your authentic self. What they really need from you is to fully heal and to let go of your past. If you're using other people as an excuse to stay stagnant, they're removing themselves anyway. So that's not going to be something that you can use as an excuse any longer. This is a rough reading. I'm sorry. This is one of those like talks where it's like, I love you, but I got to tell you the truth, you know? I feel you. I've had to have a lot of those talks with myself lately. I get it. Oh my gosh. Well, a lot of cards here. Okay. So bottom of the deck is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like your opportunity here is to stop burying yourself in that work and just stop like looking at yourself as just like machine. You're not a machine. You're not going to be able to just like churn out a whole bunch of stuff for other people. You're not going to be able to live up to their expectations of you. You're not going to be able to you're not going to be able to even find fulfillment in another person until you found it within yourself. So I feel like there's a lot of work that you need to do on yourself during this time. And as long as you do that work, a lot of things are going to align for you. So definitely feel like you have an opportunity here to let go of toxicity. And I feel like you're facing it head on. And it's not going to be pretty what you see. Like when you really truly look at yourself and you really truly do this shadow work that this reading is talking about, it's going to be hard to see. It's going to be hard to acknowledge the truth, but it's necessary, you know? You have an opportunity here to succeed where you failed in the past. Once you change, you know, how you're approaching this situation, you're going to be gifted with new opportunities, new ways to sort of navigate the chaos or the difficulty or the challenges that or obstacles that have been put in your path. Like you're going to become more flexible, and you're going to be able to follow your heart here with the Knight of Cups. I feel like you may have been feeling like not really able to express yourself, like not really being able to feel things. Maybe you felt really numb, maybe you've been numbing yourself. And I feel like the opportunity here is to really feel everything fully. And from that is a lot of beauty is going to come from that, you know. You're not going to be held back or tethered, you know, to this really heavy weight that's like somewhere in your past, and it's just been like holding you back and weighing you down. You have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. So this is an opportunity for healing and self-care and nourishment. I do feel like you kind of need to retreat. You need to let go of needing other people's company or other people to like bounce your ideas off of. And instead just go within and nurture yourself and become this like receptive person to all this love and abundance that's available to you. It's like literally right outside of your sphere of existence. It's like what you think is going on in your reality, like it's right there. It's like you've been blind to it because you haven't felt like you deserved it. But you need to give yourself what you deserve. You need to give yourself the love you deserve. You need to see yourself the way you really are, which is a truly unconditionally loving person, a person worthy of respect and love and care. And you need to treat yourself that way. So definitely feel like this could be for somebody who's really dealt with a lot of self-sabotage in the past. I feel like you're breaking that cycle. I feel like that's what a lot of this is about. You haven't been able to move forward because every time you get that opportunity, every time it seems like you're about to break free, you get yourself right back in the mess. Because it's like I said before, it's like safer for you. It feels safer to go with what you know than to go with what you don't know. So with the Hangman in reverse, I feel like you're letting go of, I think you've been holding really tight to that. And for you, maybe it felt like just kind of going with the flow. Maybe every single time somebody invited you to something or somebody, you know, wanted to talk to you or somebody wanted your attention or your energy, you just gave it and you were just very passive. So I feel like you're getting out of that passive energy with this Hangman in reverse. You are taking your power back and you have this very strong stance. Yeah, you may still have some things that you need to work through within. There may be some things that, you know, you still feel kind of tied down to, but these are things that you can figure out yourself. These are things that you can ask for help for from your guides. You're not in this alone. You have support, you have guidance, you have options here for how to be more proactive instead of reactive. And you have the Lovers in reverse. So I do feel like you've been out of alignment and you haven't had this real sense of balance and harmony internally. So the opportunity here is to really find that balance and to really feel like you have a choice, that you're not just, and you know what it is? I think a lot of times you thought you were using your free will, or you thought you were in control, or you thought you were making choices, you know, but really you were just reacting. Like the choices were making you. You were being led by your trauma. You were being led by your programming, by your subconscious fears. And that was what was really making the decisions in your life. You thought you were making them consciously, but your ego was kind of just like a front for that. That wasn't what was happening. So you have the ability here to really choose from your heart space, which is like your real true compass, and to really exercise your free will to do the right thing for yourself, to do the loving and caring thing for yourself. This is a beautiful reading. All right, let's look at next steps. Yeah. Whoa, a lot of cards. I'm loving it. I am loving it. Okay. I'll do it in this order. Yeah. Oh, I'm loving it. So bottom of the deck is the moon. It's getting kind of dark. Oh, sorry. Don't have like the best lighting in here. I can't pause this. How's that? Is that okay? So we have the moon card here, and I feel like next steps is really diving deep in your emotions, diving deep in your true essence. And I think you're going to feel like you're drowning in a lot of stuff that you've been suppressing that you haven't wanted to see, because without other people distracting you, without other people's stuff kind of in the mix, you're going to see how much you've been avoiding. A lot of things are coming to light for you within, and it's really a time where you just have to go within and hermit it up. And yeah, like everybody's kind of in isolation right now. Everybody's kind of having to be in hermit mode anyway, unless you're an essential worker. But really, realistically, this is even deeper than what most people are doing. This is like, I'm feeling total isolation. Like you need to like have physical barriers to other people, like being able to be around you. I don't know what's up with your energy, but it's almost like you're so open that even when you don't think other people are interfering with your energy, they are. And this is important because this hermit energy is not just about getting to know yourself and isolating yourself and giving yourself that space. It's about being honest with yourself and like seeing the good parts of yourself that you suppressed as along with the bad. What hidden talents have you not been acknowledging? Like what gifts do you have that haven't been shared and expressed? These are the questions that you're going to be asking yourself once you kind of unpack all the stuff that you've been working on within yourself, all the stuff that's gone wrong, going back over situations. Like this is going to take a lot of mental energy and physical energy. So you do need to take care of yourself during this time. But I feel like this hermit energy is the most important next step for you. Is like just really get in there, get in your energy, explore it all. What from your past haven't you fully healed yet with the Six of Cups? What creative projects haven't you started? What have you sort of what inspiration and fire have you let die within you because you've been distracted by other things? What do you feel like you really truly deserve? You know, what about you is worth celebrating? Like, do you want true love? You need to rest. So there's a lot of really interesting cards here on the deck because there's so much available to you once you get honest with yourself. You know, there's so much available to you. Really, really good stuff. You have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So there's no more juggling. There's no more picking and choosing your battles, like where you're going to put your energy, where you're going to put your focus. All the focus is going to be on you. So that's like an easy answer. And I think that's going to be the best thing. You have the Five of Cups, fully mourning the past, fully letting it go. But I feel like more so than just letting it go, I think it's acknowledging the lessons in there and really trusting that everyone who came along your path, every single situation you found yourself in, every heartbreak had a lesson in it, had something to teach you. And just having gratitude for all of that while you're letting it go and while you're healing it is going to be really, really efficient. You know, that's going to be like the best way to get through this as quickly as possible. You have the Ten of Cups here. So there really is true happiness for you down the line. And it's not going to be fleeting like it was before, where it was like sandwiched in between heavy existential crisis and, you know, feeling like stabbed in the back and left for dead. It's not going to be going to those extremes from one extreme to another extreme to another extreme. It's going to be this very grounded happiness and fulfillment within yourself with the Nine of Cups. I do think that you need that time alone to really help you know what to look for when you reemerge, help you know who's really on your side, who really is there for you, who really loves you, who really is rooting for you. But you have to root for yourself first. You have to believe in yourself first and know that your dreams are worthwhile. You have to believe in your own dreams first. Then you have the Empress. So this is you really emerging as your most like vibrant and alive self, just like so in alignment, just so knowing that you're so worthy of love, knowing that you can create anything that you want, you're just so abundant and you're not gonna settle. I'm just really loving this energy. I just really love how, especially this last part of the reading went. It's like when you really do this very difficult inner work, the rewards are just like so beautiful and abundant. It's just like all right there in alignment for you. There's a lot of heavy emotional stuff you have to work through. It's worth it. Just keep going. Um, if at any point you feel like you're overwhelmed or there's like too much, just ask your guides to slow it down. Ask your guides to just like pump the brakes for a second and just be like, hey, like I need it to go a little bit slower today, or I don't have the energy. I can't do this today. Like there's no linear path to healing. You are the driver of that whole thing. So go at the pace that you can go, but just know that the most efficient way to go through this, like I said, is to be really grateful for the lessons and to acknowledge the lessons while you're trying to heal and forgive and let go and just process the loss. I feel like there was so much loss here because everything was happening so quickly that you didn't get the chance to grieve all the things that you have lost. You just kind of kept going to the next thing, or you just kept numbing it so that you could just like get through that one day. But now that you're so far removed from it, it's like that stuff didn't go away. It just got stuffed down within you, and it needed a place to go. And you needed to make room. You need to let go of this Five of Cups energy so that you can get what you've been praying for. Going beyond normal, going beyond your sort of status quo. Like what has become normal to you was never normal in the beginning. I think that a lot of this came from you needing to just protect yourself and just like make sense of the difficulty and the pain that you had been experiencing. Um, what do you feel? This is you being really honest. It's interesting because she's kind of like comparing apples to oranges and is sort of looking at the bigger picture at the same time. And I feel like what you need to be doing with your emotions is feeling into what you actually want to feel and understanding that some emotions, even though you don't want to feel them, they're not permanent. You're not stuck with them. There's another way, there's another possibility. When you can actually zoom out and see the bigger picture, you'll understand that all your emotions kind of work together. They're all kind of like a team. You're going to need a lot of rest here. Like that's the most important part of that hermit mode for you, is just like resting and filling up your own cup with divine love and divine energy. I think there are a lot of people in your life who, probably want to heal you and want to help you and want to love you. And when I say that you have to stop distracting yourself with other people, I mean even the well-meaning people, because there's so much power in you going through all of this yourself. No one knows but you what you've been through. No one knows. You can try to explain it, you can try to tell your story, but no one's been anywhere but where you've been. No one has seen the whole story the way you have. So that's why it's so important for you to get this space and to get to know yourself and to really truly feed yourself that love and care that other people may be available to do, but it might come with strings or it might come with distractions and a lot of effort that you aren't even able to give right now. That's why it's so important for you to just do all this work for yourself and replenish your own cup. Dream a beautiful dream. Your dreams are valid, your dreams are beautiful, your dreams are yours and yours alone for a reason. And I think you've lost sight of this dream. You've settled over and over again, or you've edited it down, or you've just, fed yourself a lie that your dream, isn't possible, that you can't live it the way that you want to. But that was all a lie. It wasn't true. Everything was always in divine order. And your dream has been given to you specifically because it's meant for you. So defend to the end the worthwhile. And I feel like what the worthwhile here is your own inner knowing. You have to hold fast to your own inner truth, whether other people want to hear it or whether they want to acknowledge it, or see you or not. And the more you can release and let go, like she's crying a lot here, the more she's realizing, what was always at stake, her own self, like your own self. You are worth defending. You are worthwhile. Your dreams are worth fighting for. And just feel it all. Just feel every single emotion that comes up and let it go as you feel it. It's not worth holding on to if it's taking up space that could be filled by happiness and fulfillment and true love, divine love, healing, joy. Whoa, way too many cards. One with the sun, be the light. Oh, that's so beautiful. And it's a 5 for change. When you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine. You are at one with the light of the universe. Every cell of your body, your temple, it's a miniature sun. You are the sunlight of the spirit. There is nothing you have ever done or will do that can diminish your light. Even though clouds of self-doubt may temporarily obscure your awareness, behind those clouds, your inner radiance still shines. Whether or not you realize it, you emit divine awareness. You are not moving toward the light on your hero's journey, beseeching it to have mercy on you. Your wake up call is to realize that you can run, but you can't hide from your true nature. This is not grandiose. It is a humble truth that also applies to your brothers and sisters on this planet. Be still, knowing the ground you stand on is holy and the spotlight of divine love, intelligence, beauty, and creativity is on you. Isn't that perfect? And that's just like perfectly describes like, Sagittarius, like Jupiter energy. I mean, that's just like, I love it. So I feel like this is you really needing to sort through all of this darkness that's been clouding your energy so that your true light can emerge again and be shared with the world. You have something really valuable to share, but it's been buried underneath a lot of unnecessary stuff that you didn't need to be holding on to. So I'm really happy for you. I feel like this is an amazing reading. And if you're interested in getting a private reading, you can find that information down below in the description box. And love you guys. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.